What's up guys, it's Matt here and welcome to my prediction for Jake Paul versus Ben Askren. Now when you think of this fight, it's dividing a lot of opinions recently and I want to give you my opinion and my take on who's going to win, because I think it's a bit of a stupid fight for this, who certain people think is going to win, because I think it's so much more obvious of a winner than people think. I personally think Ben Askren is going to win the fight because it's disrespectful to think otherwise with how much of a world-class athlete he is and how much compared to Jake, what he's done in combat sports and what Ben's done. It's just night and day who's like the better combat sports athlete and stuff. But we're going to go through all the reasons why I think Ben's going to win. We're going to go through the reasons why I think Jake will lose, and why ultimately Jake Paul probably after this fight won't even be that much of a big name. Nobody will be wanting to fight Jake Paul because he's going to lose to Ben Askren, so there won't be the interest in there for the Jake fights anymore, maybe unless KSI fights him. So first of all, the main reason I think Ben Askren's going to win is because he's a tried and tested combat sports athlete. He's been doing this, including light wrestling, for the last 20 years or so, and he's been a world champion in pretty much everything he's done. He's an Olympian as well, and he's taken punches from much bigger, much stronger, much harder, and much all-around better athletes than Jake Paul. He's taken hits off some of the biggest punches you'll ever see in MMA, the likes of Robbie Lawler. He weathered the storm against the likes of Robbie Lawler and got the win in that fight. Yeah, it was a bit of a controversial finish with the bulldog choke in the end, but he got the win in that. The other reasons why I think Jake Paul will not win is because Ben is going to be able to still use his weight and be able to clinch him, put all his weight on him and tire Jake out. We've not really ever seen Jake go for into deep waters really. Yeah, when he fought Deji he went 5 rounds, but it was quite comfortable in that, and it was Deji. No disrespect to Deji, but he's not Ben Askren. Another reason why I think Jake won't win is because he won't be able to land the counter punches on Ben that he did on the likes of Nate Robinson, who also wasn't good enough competition for him, because Nate just charged forward. Ben won't do that. Ben will want to try and control it, but he won't be rushing in. He'll try and work some angles and work into the clinch and use the dirty boxing on Jake. That's another way where another one of Jake's strengths of people coming into him, that's instantly gone, because Ben will know what he's doing in there and will know not to rush in to the exchanges, because Jake would catch him. So that's Jake's main strength really, is the counter punching, and I think Ben's going to do very well to negate that and frustrate Jake. And what is Jake Paul going to do if everything isn't going his way? What's he going to do if Ben is frustrating him? If Ben does take him to the deep waters, if Ben does make him tired, is he going to show what kind of person he is? Is he going to show he belongs in a ring, or is he going to crumble under the pressure? Now, it will be in front of a crowd, which Jake does well in front of crowds, but that coupled with nervous energy could also be a big adrenaline dump for Jake, and he might lose all his stamina very, very quickly, and Ben will be very, very good at that, because Ben can go the full distance. We've seen this time and time again from Ben Askren. He will be able to go the distance against Jake. Now, another thing, when you look at that depth of competition, yeah, Jake's 2-0, 3-0, but he's fought a basketball player and 2 YouTubers. No disrespect to Gibb and Deji, but Nate Robinson as well. He'd never been punched before. You could tell he didn't even spar in the build up to that fight with Jake. So Jake's competition level compared to Ben's is just a complete mismatch for me. I understand why some people think Jake has a chance, but I do believe Ben comfortably gets the job done. He might get a few shots landed on him, but he's taken these punches before. He knows how to take these punches, and we've recently seen on the open workout in the pads, you can see he's becoming a much better boxer than he looked, let's say 2-3 months ago. Some people think it might have been all for show, the way he was messing around on the bag a couple of months ago, but he's a quick learner. Ben is a world-class athlete. Yes, don't let his image fool you. Ben is a world-class athlete, and I do believe he gets the job done against Jake in this fight. Jake has to go for it early, because if we do get to the later rounds, we don't know what he's like. I think it's an 8-round fight, so it's if it went the distance, it would be 3 more rounds than Jake's ever been in a fight. Ben's obviously done 5-minute rounds in MMA quite a lot, and 3:50 and 5-minute rounds as well in terms of championship fights and not championship fights. He's done this all before, but it's not new to him. This kind of competition is a massive step up for Jake, and if he wants to be having these fights with the likes of Conor McGregor and stuff, this would be a good way to start, but I cannot see him getting the job done in this fight. I think this is Ben's fight to lose. If Ben loses this, it doesn't really matter. He said he's the same person, and he's not a boxer. It's Jake that has everything to lose in this fight. Jake's made it the boxing versus MMA thing. The boxing fans don't want it to be that. They haven't claimed Jake in this, but the MMA fans are begging that Ben wins it, and I do believe he will go out and get the job done. I believe it will go to round 6, maybe round 7, and then I believe if Ben doesn't finish him late on because of Jake getting tired, he will win on points. So I'm interested to see your guys' predictions. I'm going to do a watch along, which is all I've really got to say for this video. Ben Askren will come out on top, and I don't see a world how Jake wins unless he somehow surprises me. There's early